Hello everybody, just want to give you an update and some tips for you. So for any of you who are looking at getting into um, this hydroponics, um, just a couple things here that might make your life a little bit easier. As a lot of you know, it's my first year doing it, and already I've been at it for, well, since August. So now we're into late November, so several months now, and I've learned a few things. So number one, tomatoes grow. Look at the size of this. I don't know if you folks remember, but some of you may have seen my video where I ended up having a little tomato seedling and I broke it. And I basically had two pieces. I had the stem with the root, and then I had a top left over that, of course, was cut off from the root. And what I did is I took that top and I placed it into a rock wool plug, which is one of these guys up here. Sorry for the pink lights, I'll turn them off in a second. But I put it in one of those, soaked it in some nutrient solution, and then I put it in my tower for a little while, and lo and behold, it lived. The piece with the root didn't, but the piece with the leaves did. It rerooted itself, and that's the monster you're seeing here. So, which is really funny because I had four tomato plants originally. One I broke, one I took care of, and they were both Scotia tomatoes. And then I had two cherry tomatoes, and sadly, one of my cherry tomatoes just died, and I think it was due just to poor lighting. So no problem. Actually, it's probably turned out for the better. So now I've got the resurrected Scotia tomato, the one that I broke, is now just incredible. That plant alone, I have 40 plus tomatoes on it of various sizes, and it's really healthy. And then the one that didn't break, which has been in this deep water culture now for quite a while, it's got about 20 tomatoes on it. So considerably less, but still good and healthy and well on its way. And then my other tomato, my last cherry tomato, I probably have another 40 or 50 tomatoes on it. So you can see these guys right here. These are the little end points. There's some more down in there, some more out in there. So they're doing really well as well. Yeah. So tomatoes really love this deep water culture. They're doing really good. Only gotcha is, of course, they drink a lot of water. So what I did and what I'd recommend other folks to do is always have a nutrient solution ready to go. So what happens is I take this blue container here, I mix up a nutrient solution for it, and I just let it sit, and then anytime I got to top this guy off, I do it, and I got a pump that I put in there, and it pumps the moisture, or the nutrients, I'm sorry, into my deep water culture. And I'm adding about a gallon, maybe 2 gallons a day. So this thing is just sucking up the water, which is totally understandable. So just another note, as I mentioned in the past, I'm using the General Hydroponics 3-step solution, and it's made up of these three guys: Flora Grow, Flora Micro, Flora Bloom. Really good. The thing you need to know is that of course, your plants are using that for all the nutrients that they use. So you got to make sure when you mix it up, you're mixing it up with the correct nutrients. And so depending where you are in your grow cycle, so whether you're just starting out the seedlings, or you're just transitioning to flower, for example, or you're actually blooming and ripening like I am now, well, you mix these solutions in different ratios depending where you're at. Now, one thing that I noticed is that, of course, I bought these 1 liter bottles here, roughly 1 liter, and those are great, but you do go through them. They're fairly pricey. Canadian wise, I'm looking at about $40 for all three of them. When I buy them that way, I would highly recommend it. If you're getting into this, don't bother with these. I mean, I like the solutions, but don't bother with these bottles. Get the big guy, get the jugs, because you do go through it. Of course, it's the exact same stuff. It's just you get more of it, and yeah, you pay more, but it's a fraction less than what you'd pay if you had these. It's like 4 bottles of this is in one of those jugs, and you only pay maybe 2.5 times. So you're basically getting a jug and a bit for free. So my recommendation is, if you're going to do this, buy the big bottles. Don't waste your time on this. The other recommendation for you is don't just default to Amazon. Amazon is, in my opinion, in my experience, is not the cheapest place to find this. I found several other places online. Look around. You can also find in your local grow shops. You can find them there too. So don't just always resort to Amazon. That's not always your best bet. Okay. So anyways, I just wanted to give you that tip for the day, and yeah, that's where we're at.